Well, good morning. It's not afternoon yet. Just doing my check-in. Like they say, all's well ends well. I like to thank everybody on the outside. Because we have a lot of people that, be going through some stuff too. And some people are silent. Some people speak aloud like I do because it makes no sense. As adults, how you gonna get mad when somebody don't want to deal with you? And the reason why people don't deal with you is because they don't do what you do, and they don't like the content of your character, the things that you bring to the table is foolishness, and you causing havoc when it shouldn't be none. And that's the whole thing. I don't deal with anybody, and I don't have any friends, or I never even had any of that stuff. I never searched or to hold on to that. Okay. I had one person I used to kind of call her my friend, and she started letting people get in her head for no odd reason. When it shouldn't even went like that. Because I was the type person, I dated, of course I dated guys and stuff, but I didn't hold a grudge against anything, because like if I dated a guy and she'll start dating or whatever, I wouldn't care what Shireen do. I'm like, that ain't my husband, that ain't nobody I really was into, I don't care. And she knew that. And she started letting people give her a phobia about something that she know how I am. Me and her ain't never argue about anything or anything. And I appreciate the fact that she'll tell me. She be like, well, he wants your husband. Say you ain't like him like that. So me and him went and did. Go on, do what you do. Me and her never argued about any of that type stuff. And she let people get on her head about something that we had to understand about. No, it's not like I date a guy and put a guy on her or anything like that. She do what she do. And she pretty much knew if I really like somebody or not, or 9 times out of 10, I might didn't even have sex with that person or anything, because that's just how she was. Because see, you have to realize when you call somebody a friend, associate, being up under, you got to accept them as they are. Because I knew how she was. Yeah. Her daddy used to be like, you not mad? I'm like, that ain't my man. This, and this, and that. He was like, oh, okay. And her mama used to be like, and you still, yeah, I'm not tripping off. That's not my, that's not my husband. That he don't belong to me. He was somebody I just met. Or, whatever the situation may be. No, I wasn't messed up. I wasn't fucked up about that. But she let people get in her head about something me and her had an understanding about. Because people would tell her that she met this other guy who I was just cool with. He was my man. And I didn't even know she knew him. And she didn't even know he knew me till one day they was out and about. we was at the light. He pulled up on his motorcycle. She was on the bike. Well, I said, hey, girl, I ain't seen you in so long. And this, hey, which I hadn't seen that in a while. So he put up, oh, you know her? He said, oh, this my girl, and this, and that. I said, okay. I said, I've been knowing her. And he said, oh, you have? Uh-huh. That was just pretty much it. And I was like, here go my phone number. She gave me her number. That was pretty much it. They ride off on a motorcycle. I make my left turn, and that's it. A little while had them passed. Come to find out, he was a stupid man and trying to keep up some stuff. Because he kept trying to act like, oh, no, man, her just cool. I don't care what y'all is. I don't want to, I'm not interested in all that. I said, how you get my number? Because I gave my number to her. Oh, so he told her that I meant to give it. No, it ain't like that. I said, I doubt that. I bet you stole it. I said, she know better than that. So I called the phone. She said, girl, I had put it on. She said she put my number on her table. And she said she didn't know where that paper went through. She said, girl, I thought I made a mistake and threw it away or something. And me and her laughed about it. I said, he called me. And this, and that. I said, I don't want to talk to him. So one day I'm out and about. I see them again. They on this motorcycle. They kicking it or whatever. We at the light. She hop off the motorcycle with him and came up. So I get out of my car. We just talking. So she like, he said this, and that. She said, but I knew better than that. And she said, girl, I still say you my friend. And she asked him, she said, why you take her phone number off my table? She said, he said, and now he said, when I sent you, you didn't tell me to get him your number, nothing, right? So she bringing up all this stuff because me and her get along like that, So he got the time, but I said this about her, and she said, I know you ain't say that about me. I know you ain't say none of that about me because it didn't even make no sense. And then she went off on him. She said, oh, that's how you feel about me. That's how you feel, because that don't even sound like her. That's why I always had called her my friend, because she know me. Me and her had something to say to each other. We'll say it to each other, no matter what it is. And see, that's what friends do, And he just kept on keeping up stuff. So when he started coming, still being around her, she said, girl, he just want me to do all this sex stuff. You know how I am, girl. I said, yeah, I know how your ass is. So she said, that's the only reason why he be all in my face. I know. I said, okay. But he kept on trying to keep up turmoil when it shouldn't have been done. Unnecessary stuff. I said, now you see why I told you I didn't like him. I said, that's bad when a man keep up more shit than a bitch. And she's like, And I told him, I say, you the bitch in this. I say, why you doing that? Well, my point is that when somebody, your friend or whatever the case may be, or just an associate, or just trying to keep it real, being a woman's status or a man's status, and able to approach you and tell you the truth, you're supposed to welcome it. Especially when you know there's nothing there. Why cause confusion when there is none? Why? And all this started over, hey, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a long time. And she just so happened to be with somebody that she didn't know I knew. And if she did know I knew him, and I'm like, oh, well, Me and him weren't together like that. He used to be so busy in my business. And she laughed at the stuff he thought about me. Because she know me. And she broke it down to her. She snapped. She was like, that was my friend. She was the mayor, doctor, she a judge. She do all that. What is you talking about? Before I could snap on him, because all the time I had been knowing him, this a damn fool gonna talk. Right. He ain't know me. Bottom line. You know, that feels good when somebody try to play you and somebody around know the truth. They trying to get y'all to argue and they say something before you do and speak up with the truth. I say, boy, won't God do it? Won't God do it? For real. Yeah. Won't God do it? God will make you tell the truth. See, sometimes things are happening in your life that shouldn't happen. And sometimes you can put yourself in predicaments. And that truth will make you better. Something, everybody has a secret or a silence or silent moments in our life that shouldn't be spoken of. You know, you have the right to that. But when you invade other people's privacy, breaking into their homes and home invasion and raping and kidnapping, that's a whole nother level of the game, because now your business finna be out there. Your corruptive ways put your whole life on the table. And it does. And it does. Because if you know, you have stuff on TV talking about the news and everything, people be like, but what they have to do with that? What they have to do with that? They just be letting them know how long they've been watching them. How long they've been doing what they've been doing. So when they pop up with those videos and pictures of them in court, that's how they let them know, to get them a timeline. Hey, you was here doing this, you was with this person, you was with this, you doing this, you doing that. You know? That's the way it goes. Don't be fooled about how they always talking about you only could be under investigation this length of time. But sometimes, as you know, I'm an esquire. Some investigations never be over with. And you have to figure out what type of court date you have when they first tell you to come in and all that. Because the first time you come in, just might be a lot of questioning before they get into the case, to see if they need to do more investigation. Because while you're there, things could be being presented. Because see, when they get you in there at the beginning, it's to confirm identity. And they'll tell you what you're looking at, what you may be charged with. And that's how it goes. For real. The parental kidnapping of my children and kidnapping of my other children, my other kids that's dead. Some cases was never closed. These individuals had time enough to present my child. They had over 30 years to... Then they lied to me about their names and all that and this and that. A lot of people that they end up coming to court was because the way they were served papers. Okay? Couldn't find them by the names they were using. But it was known where they hang out at. So as an esquire, I'm telling you this. You can get served papers at a hotel, motel, a lounge, a bar, a spa, grocery store, anywhere see fit, a regular traffic stop. Hey, you better go to this court date. You can get served at church. Oh, yeah, you could be on a regular jog in a park. You can get served. We could be at a concert. They'll catch you coming out of there. Or they'll come in on you. And you can get served. When the government get that warrant and it says body attachment or whatever court date summons, they better appear that date. And then it might say body attachment next time. Just pick them up or whatever the case may be. You better show face. Because they'll get you anyway. You could be cutting the grass somewhere on somebody's roof. You could just be sitting with your friends in the driveway drinking. Yeah, they'll serve you. You could be in a hookah lounge. You'll get served. You know? Anywhere see fit. May have an investigator follow you on an airplane. You get served. You know the U.S. Marshals everywhere. U.S. Marshals are coming for a whole lot of people. All this multi-gang activity and all this stuff. I mean, we have records of people saying they belong to like 3 or 4 gangs. Going from state to state, causing problems, or they call themselves belong to one gang, and then they hang with other people who just claim everything but God. Oh, man, please get God in your life. Please put God in your life and your children. You know? For real. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I do say this is a fact. People... I know a lady that put bull crap in her head telling her children, well, the Bible say you got to respect your mom and dad. You got to do what they say, but you don't be no damn fool for them. You know, you do not put your kids in situations that they shouldn't be doing. Oh, my. You know? Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. But I need to wash my face again. My eyes are just itching. All right.